Hi, my name is Eileen Giardino, and I'm here today to talk to you about identity, ethnicity, and music, and how they all intertwine together to form a self-identity. Now, in my research, besides reading articles and stuff, I went and I interviewed people. I interviewed people on the Westminster campus, and I also interviewed people in Princeton to see if I could find more diversity. And it was really interesting to see what everyone had to say. So my theory is that ethnicity and identity and music are so closely intertwined together and that they often can't be separated. Let's see what my interviews say.
I'm an American.
So how do facets of musical expression, like instrumentation and musical style and performance practice, make up social identity? How do you think they make up social identity?
Well, I think that things like instrumentation and practice definitely trigger every culture has certain things that are normal and in their music.
How does music affect politics? Does it help show your national identity or help portray nationalism in any way?
Popular music scene. There's there's people who kind of speak out, but I don't think I've ever been influenced by music politically.
There's a correlation between higher class and lower class when it comes to listening to either classical or popular music. Popular music
Probably reaches a lot more people just because of how much more exposure there is. It's on TV a lot more, it's on the radio I think a lot more, but that's not to say that classical music wouldn't ever be present in a lower class.
Social reality, does it help distinguish who you are personally besides someone else, and how does it help identify different groups, for example different ethnic groups within a country?
I think that especially in America, music could help to preserve some of the unique aspects of a specific culture within a country that's so diverse ethnically. So it could definitely help to establish identity in that respect.
What really fascinates me is that the Americans who, I don't think there is really any true American here except for maybe Native Americans, but it was really interesting to me how the people who I interviewed who said that they were American but they were of a certain heritage, they didn't really know about their original culture. So I found this really interesting, but they obviously had their own self-identity. So So how do facets of musical expression, like instrumentation, style, and performance practice, make up social identity?
Well, I feel like each culture has their own sort of musical identity and background. And I feel like in some cultures that's more dance influenced, in some cultures it's more instrument based. And I feel like that lends itself to creating a bond in the culture.
How does music embody political or moral order, or does it help contribute to communal values at all?
I don't know. I'm Irish, and so there's a lot of strong Irish folk music, but I don't know too much about it. I do know that it doesn't influence the way I feel politically, but I feel like to somebody who is more connected to that, it could.
Classical versus popular music, do you think that it's whoever listens to it, it's a reflection of their socioeconomic standing at all?
I listen to both classical and pop music.
Okay.
And tend to listen to actually more pop music than I listen to classical music. And so just using myself as an example, I don't think it necessarily reflects somebody's socioeconomic standing. I feel like you know, there are people who are not very cultured at all who listen to classical music and vice versa. So.
Let's find out what people outside of Westminster have to say. So in your culture, how do the different facets of musical expression, such as instrumentation, style, and performance practice, contribute to social identity?
Chinese actually music part started very, very early, and always is one of the most important for the social. I don't know if anybody studied that part, but like empire, any of the party music instrument is one of the most important, and there are so many percussion instruments which are created started from China. I don't know if you know, but yes, it's one of almost the most important part. We do have a Chinese orchestra too.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Okay. Is there certain kinds of music in China that makes you feel proud to be Chinese, or?
Oh yes.
Yes.
You see, Chinese have like the Chinese flute.
Yes.
Right. It's only a stick from the bamboo.
Yeah.
They can use different lengths, making all different music. So they could also use like even a coconut cone or something like a bamboo shape with just 3 string or 2 string to play almost like to play a completely music.
So the instruments vary from region to region, is what you're saying, also?
No, I wouldn't say so. I think it's very uniform.
Oh wow, that's very interesting.
Yes.
In China, is there a correlation between socioeconomic standing, so higher class and lower class, and the kind of music that they listen to?
Different.
Yes, like for example, is there a classical kind of Chinese music that one group of people would listen to, and is there a sort of popular kind of music that another group of people would listen to, or?
Probably not.
No?
Yeah, I think it's only the Chinese instrument they played. Most of the Chinese instrument played those Chinese music, or kind of similar. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like today. Maybe yes, today because of westernized, people have classical music, but also Western culture. Yes.
All right.
But for Chinese instrument itself, most of the songs are slow, sad, in minor key.
Yes.
It's more, and the Chinese instrument give you lots of very sad minor sound somehow.
Okay.
I think because at the old time, people's pace are much slow, I guess.
Yes, time did pass slower.
Yes.
I guess in the past.
So the music, you know, most of Chinese music are not very busy. Most of them are not.
Yeah.
Very slow, smooth.
Very serene, very peaceful.
Yes, really to calm you down.